Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my booktube channel. For the next week, I will be reading fantasy books only. Now, this isn't super unusual for me. I definitely enjoy fantasy, specifically romantasy, but I'm gonna try reading it for a week straight, trying to get to like 3-ish books, and I just wanted to document it. So here we are. I do have specific books in mind, and I already have started one via audiobook. So let me tell you about those. The first one is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. If you're unfamiliar, the first book in this series is Powerless, and we have our main character, Payton, who is an ordinary in this world of elites who all have powers and then ordinaries who don't. And those ordinaries, you know, they go other places, but she is an ordinary that nobody knows about. She's like, you know, undercover. And she's thrown in these trials that happen every year, and that's where we meet our other main character, Kai. And he is the prince of this kingdom, of course. And this is definitely a romance-heavy fantasy book. I think I read this in my latest vlog, if you want to see my thoughts there. I didn't absolutely love this. It was definitely good. It was like very average in my opinion. I'm so sorry. That sounds so mean. But yeah, and that's just my opinion. A lot of people love this and give it 5 stars. Anyways, I am continuing the series, but probably only via audiobook. And like I said, this one was about Payton, and now we are following her best friend, Adina, and it's kind of the same timeline of this book. So we're just seeing what she gets up to while Payton is in those trials and whatnot. I'm listening to this on Spotify, and I'm on track 14, which is chapter 12 in this book. This book is so tiny and so small, and I actually think it's a pretty cute size. I know a lot of people didn't love that, but it's just so little. Anyways, like I said, I'm on chapter 12, page 118, and there's just barely over 200 pages of this. My thoughts so far about this book are pretty negative. Like, I don't see the need for this. And I'm not usually a novella hater, but I am loving our main character. I just think she's the sweetest little thing. And yeah, I'm just going to continue listening to this as I do things. I'm actually about to do some chores and then go to the gym. So I might finish this tonight, honestly. And I have other books on my radar for the rest of the week, but we can talk about that later. That is all I have for right now. It is currently Tuesday night, so we will go until next Tuesday. And I will probably talk to y'all either when I'm close to finishing or have finished this.
My book is sad. I need a hug.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. I love you.
Billy Summers?
Yeah, there's just a moment where like, I can't tell you,
Okay.
but it's fucking good. 5 stars for sure.
Hi, can you tell what's new? If you couldn't, it was my hair. I dyed it my natural color, brown, for the first time in my entire life. So yeah, that happened today. Anyways, we don't have to talk about it. What we do need to talk about is how I finished Powerful, and I'm going to be starting my next book. In my latest video, I believe I read Belladonna. Absolutely obsessed. And if you didn't know what the first book in this series was about, it followed Signa, our 19-year-old female main character, and unfortunately death has just always followed her throughout her life. The book literally starts off with her parents dying as she's a baby, and that's just kind of what her whole life has been growing up. But the twist is that she can see death. Death is actually a character in this book. And when she gets to her next guardian's, you know, residence, she decides that she might need to team up with Death himself to solve this mystery of sorts. It's YA, it's fantasy, it's a bit of a historical setting, it's gothic, it's Honestly, everything. But yes, that is the first book in the series, and the second one is Foxglove. I'm literally obsessed with these covers. I believe we're following the same main characters in this book. Oh my gosh. Wait, why? Oh, yes. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, in the last chapter, or I think it was the epilogue, something happened to set up this book. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so exciting. I am going to pick out tabs since I will be tabbing this series, and I thought we could talk about my thoughts on Powerful as I did so. Yeah, my thoughts on Powerful, I really don't have much to say because it was only a 200-page long book, which just feels so unnecessary. I just don't think the story needs novellas. I'll be interested to see if she has other novellas lined up in this series. I think it's because, comparing this to Shatter Me, the first novella, all the novellas to come, we're already familiar with these characters. And in this book, we weren't really all that familiar with Adina. It just kind of felt like I was reading a book about strangers. Like, I don't really care. I'm so sorry. I feel like I hate her. Unfortunately, I'm not loving that series as much as everyone else is. I think it's also my main problem with those books is just like the insta love. It's currently 9:30 at night, so I still want to get about an hour or so of reading done. Because these books are YA, they're really easy to fly through. Besides the fact that I'm annotating them, that definitely takes up more time. I'm going to show you all this from afar, so you do not read it. It is definitely a spoiler. It was something I thought I was getting caught onto, and so I wrote it down. But can y'all see all of my text? Like, I was referring back to page numbers. Like, I thought I was onto something. I just love annotating because it really makes me feel like the book is mine. Okay, I'm going to finish this process up and then we'll start reading. Day 2 of reading fantasy books for a week. So far, so good. Y'all, this is not me being dramatic at all. There's literally 4 tabs on that first page. That is how good this book is. I know this book is gonna be so good. Okay, let's just keep going. This is gonna be good. It is now the weekend. It's Friday night, and if you didn't know, I usually get a lot of reading done on Friday nights because me and my husband have like a sleepover night where we try and stay up later than usual because we usually go to bed at like 10:30. So it's currently 8:17 and I just went to like grab my book and get the night started. And unfortunately, I don't think I want to continue Foxglove at this moment. I think I will continue it in this video and you will see it later. But I think my mood for the night is just to sit down with like a Kindle read that's really fast-paced and intriguing, and I just like want to fly through. So we're just adding a new book to this mix, but it has to be fantasy since that's the whole point of this video. But unfortunately, all of the fantasy books on my November TBR I don't think are gonna work either. Also, look at these 2 cute boys. I love them so much. If you're new here, let me introduce you. We have Henry on the left. He's our newest cat. And then Archie was my first cat on my own. I need my phone to see which one of these are on Kindle Unlimited or that I could get from my library like ASAP. For fantasy, we have, ooh, wait a second. That could be good. Guys, it's available. I'm so excited. We might do this. I also have Quicksilver, which I cannot wait to read this, but I think this is just too thick for what I'm wanting to do this weekend. Then we have How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories, which I believe, with the order I'm in right now, I just finished the Cruel Prince series. I believe I could read this And maybe we'll do that on like a Sunday or something. I think we're going to go with These Infinite Threads. This is by the author Tara Mafi. She's the same author as the Shatter Me series, which I love so much. I read the first book, This Woven Kingdom, in the video I did trying to find a 5-star read. And although this wasn't the 5-star read itself, I still really liked the story. I liked her writing. And I'm definitely intrigued to see where the plot goes because at the end of this book, a lot happens. I'm trying to get y'all a good explanation of this book. And I will tell you that there's like 2 sorts of people. So we have Jinn, and those bodies have been forged from the essence of fire. And yes, they have certain physical advantages, while humans, aka the clay, were established in dirt and water. And so I think they're just like straight up normal. And so there's some political intrigue here between kingdoms and back history and all this stuff, but our girl is a Jinn, and they're like frowned upon for using their special advantages. Our main character, Eliza, is a maid. I think this is dual POV, which is so awesome. But yeah, we get to follow a different character named Cameron, who is the prince. Don't we all love a good prince? I'm going to read the second one on my Kindle for the night. I honestly don't even want to voice these words loud, but I think I'm getting into it. I don't know. It's sad. And it's so crazy, like when you're super obsessed with reading and like you see somebody else in a reading slump. I'm like, dang, I don't even remember how that feels until you're in one and you're not like itching to pick up a book and you can't really get into any story. That's currently where I'm at. And I honestly am gonna blame the book I read before starting this video, which was All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I did not film this in any video. I was obsessed with this book. I loved this so much. This is just a contemporary romance, but I think I gave it a 4.5 stars. But I still can't stop thinking about it and smiling. Why was it so good? But yeah, let's talk about where we're at now, reading these fantasy books. Like I said, Powerful wasn't everything I wanted. And then Foxglove just seems like too much work since I'm wanting to annotate it. And I have gotten a decent chunk into These Infinite Threads. I am on page 112, which is chapter 9. I'm definitely sticking with this over Foxglove, and I have the audio for this if I really, feel so inclined. I think I should have read the first book and the second book like closer together, which is not like I read that book a long time ago. It was only like a month or 2 or 3 ago, not like super far away. But I just like cannot remember why I'm supposed to care about these characters and whatnot. Right now, it just feels so unoriginal and like not necessarily this book's fault. Especially coming off reading Powerless and Powerful. There's 2 main groups of people in those books. Obviously, our female main character is like in the minority of that. She's at a disadvantage. Well, actually, ours isn't here, but like she is. Also, similar to Adina in Powerful, both of these girls love to sew to make clothes, which is so cute and fun. But like, what are the odds I read 2 of those books like back to back? But those are my only thoughts so far. And the night is still young. It's only 8 p.m. I have cracked open an energy drink, a witch's brew, duh. I haven't tried the Christmas one, but I really want to. So let me know if you have and what your thoughts were. But last night, we did not stay up at all. We went to bed, I think, at 10 p.m. Yeah, now let's have a sleepover. Let's stay up. It's very obvious that we're not getting the full story of one of these characters. They have certain qualities about them because of something in the past, and I'm looking forward to uncovering that, and I think I will like that character more. And I'm excited about that, honestly. Okay, good morning. It is about to be 11 a.m. and And I have still been reading these Infinite Threads. Y'all, I went to bed so early last night. I'm not a night owl, and I try on the weekends at least, and it doesn't happen. Yeah, I definitely didn't finish the book last night, and right now I think I have about an hour left. I don't know if it's because I'm slumping or if it's because of the actual book itself, but I just like don't really care. I feel like everything is dragging and it's kind of like a filler book, which sounds so mean. The plan is to finish these Infinite Threads by the hour and then switch back to Foxglove. I only want to physically read that. I want to try and persevere through this tough time and physically read that, annotate it, do what I was planning on doing. And that will probably lead us into Tuesday night, which marks a week. Also, side note, my hairdresser told me not to wash my hair for a week to a week and a half. So I'm gonna try and go a week. So y'all are just gonna see my roots get increasingly greasy, and I need everyone to ignore that. Thank you so much. I'm literally just sitting here putting off finishing the book. Not a good sign. A bit underwhelming. The ending is the energy I wanted them to have all throughout the book. I don't know, this really didn't do it for me. He's a good boy. Okay, let's try it.
Smell? Smells good.
I don't think I'm gonna like
Cheers.
it. Not my favorite, but not bad.
I can't identify what it's supposed to be.
Kind of tastes like blue raspberry.
Yeah, it just tastes like a regular Alani to me.
Yeah. I know this isn't reading content, but I also want to show y'all the granola I'm making. There it is. Looking beautiful. Okay, it is now Monday and I have an update on Foxglove. I made it up to chapter 9, which is good, which is page 75, but I almost just highlighted this whole page. I'm so obsessed with how detailed she makes certain scenes. So I think I want to read this one out loud to y'all because I'm just so obsessed. Two characters are currently in a carriage riding to go to this ball. I am gonna cut out one of the characters' name just to be extra careful about not having any spoilers. But it says, eventually though, forest gave way to sprawling hills cast a burnished orange by the setting sun as the first sign of wisteria gardens emerged. This is my favorite sentence though. It says, the palace sat upon acres of grass so ripe a green that it reminded Signa of illustrated pages from old fairy tales. It was situated on the vast mountainside, massive enough that Thorn Grove felt like little more than a farmer's cottage in comparison. Both Signa and Name pressed their faces to the windows as their carriage continued past iron gates strung with ivy and half green with lichen?
Lichen,
I
think.
Oh. But yeah, I just think that is so, so gorgeous. I can literally picture them like at the windows of the carriage looking, and that's what they're looking at. And it's just so beautiful. Chapter 20. Let's go. I'm on page 202. She said, "You best prepare yourself, Princeling. I've no intention of letting you kiss me." And he said, "Letting me? You're not to my taste, love." She replies, "So it seems there is a god." I'm sensing an enemies to lovers, but the way this has all been set up is very different than I was expecting, 100%, and I don't love it. Okay, happy Wednesday. Like I said, we're going a day over this challenge because tonight is the night I'm finishing Foxglove. I just made it up to part 3, which is chapter 36, and I have about 100 pages left. I've read a lot today, I read a lot last night, I stayed up, and so the goal is to read these last 100 pages tonight. It is only 7:39. Also, as you can obviously tell, I got to wash my hair today. I'm so happy. And also, if you're a Swiftie, maybe you've recognized my pajamas. They just came in the mail today. They're part of the Taylor Swift collection for the holidays. Here's what they look like. I'm so happy. But let's get back to the topic at hand, Foxglove. I have not expected what keeps happening. It's not following a specific structure of any books. Things just keep happening. Things that I'm not expecting. We just keep getting like information and little clues, and I'm like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. But because it is a mystery, I feel like it's good. It's keeping me on my toes. I don't really know who did it. To be completely honest with you, we've gotten a new character in this book and I want to like them, but I want to like them in another way. I'm trying to be broad here, but basically what our current new character is hyper fixated on, I'm ready for that to change. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Let's read these last 100 pages. Okay, just letting you all know, I'm on page 415. And I'm so mad, and if this book keeps going like this and it ends like this, I may not read the 3rd book. I'm so mad right now. So shook! We'll talk tomorrow. What you could take away from this whiteboard is that I'm not really sticking to my TBR. But that's okay, as long as we're still reading and having fun.